Hello students, today we are going to start with the contemporary world. So what this contemporary world means? It means the things that exist or happened in same time period. So the things that we are going to discuss in this contemporary world, or the chapters that we are going to discuss in this contemporary world, it means that type of things, the incident, they happen in the entire world at same time period. So under that, our first chapter under lesson number 11 is the First World War. So this First World War happened between the time period of 1914 till 1918. So this First World War fought for this time period of near about 4 years. So let us begin with this chapter. The war that broke out in 1914 was different from the previous wars in many ways. Question could be there, why First World War was different? So it was different with other wars by these reasons. First is, the war was fought on the land, in the air, on the sea, and under it. Means it was fought, soldiers fought this war on land. In air means they use fighter jets. In sea means in ships, and under that means under that sea they use submarines. And in the war were mobilized all methods of destruction. So in this First World War, countries used all the methods of destruction, like tanks, submarines. Submarines means those who can move under the water. They can attack by these submarines under the water. Gunfires and bombardment. So this was the first reason. Second is, the war began in Europe. So it started in Europe, but very soon it spread to continent of Asia and Africa as well. So very soon this war spread between these three continents. And thirdly, the war accounted for heaviest ever casualty of human lives known until then. It means we even don't know till the date that how many number of human beings were died in this First World War. So the casualty, the deaths, it was countless. Its deadly consequences were felt all over the world. These are the reasons why the war is referred to as the First World War. So that's why this war is known as a First World War. So if this question is there, then same answer this one is. So now next topic is main causes of First World War. So very important topic this one is. So what are the reasons behind this war? Why the maximum or the entire world was in this war? So that causes are, number one, intense nationalism. So intense nationalism is when we started to think about our own nation. But when we are talking about intense nationalism, it means we will think about our own nation only, the development of own nation, but we will not think a little about other nation. Even we don't want the success of other nation. That is intense nationalism. So this, an important cause of the war was intense nationalism, that is competitive patriotism. Germany has Kaiser Wilhelm II as her new emperor, and he went about proclaiming that Germany was going to be the leader of the world. So this new emperor just wanted Germany to be the world leader, and he wanted to establish a vast German empire and gain important position in the international sphere. So he was very ambitious about his own country, Germany. He just wanted the success of his own nation, Germany only. And France and Germany were old rivals, so these both were enemies. After defeating France in the Franco-Prussian War, Germany had seized the province of Alsace and most parts of Lorraine. So these parts were captured by Germany, which were rich in minerals and industrial products. The French dreamed of revenge. So now, because Germany captured these areas and that were very important as they were rich in minerals, now French were dreaming of revenge and of taking back their lost provinces. So they just want to take revenge and they just want to get all those provinces back that were lost or that were captured by Germany. And the Italians desired to get back Trentino and the port of Trieste, which were inhabited by Italians but were still the part of Austria Hungary. And on the other side, Italian, when we are talking about the Italians, so they desire to get their own land portions back which were inhabited by Italian people, where Italian people started to live first, and these parts were under the control of Austria Hungary, or simply we can say these were the parts of Austria Hungary. So now Italians desired to get these parts. And then there was the unsatisfied national spirit of the Balkan states. So Balkan states are, here names are mentioned of these Balkan states: Serbia and Bulgaria, of Poland, and of the people of Austria Hungary. The political leaders were successful in fanning hatred and passion under the cover of nationalism. So now here the thing was that the people of these particular nations, they were patriotic, they were thinking about their own nations, but in that situation these political leaders, means the political leader of these countries, they were very successful for spreading the hate among them and under the cover of the nationalism. So they started to spread the feeling of nationalism, is intense nationalism, but under this nationalism they were spreading the hate. So this was the first reason. Second reason, this is not in your syllabus but a little bit I will tell you, because anything could be there that we cannot say anything. Okay, the second is an armament race. Armament race means when the countries started to gain or started to prepare more and more war armaments. So here the thing was, maximum countries, maximum powerful countries of the world, they started to make war armaments. So when one country is having more armament, it means other will feel fearful, so other will also start to make more armament. So due to this reason, all the countries, they started to increase more and more armaments, and when they are having more armament, it means the situation they were creating for the wars. So just because of this reason, when Germany started to build ship wars, and England also, an armament race started, and it means war was very near to the upcoming days. So this was also a great reason behind this world war. Then is division of Europe into two armed camps. One is known as Triple Alliance and second one was Triple Entente. In 1879, Germany and Austria-Hungary had signed a treaty to help each other. So these two countries, Germany, Austria-Hungary, these two countries signed one treaty, and that treaty was for the sake so that they will help each other in case of attack by any enemy. And 3 years later, Italy joined the pact, which came to be known as the Triple Alliance. Triple means three countries were involved in this alliance. As opposed to the Triple Alliance, emerged the Triple Entity. So, because here three countries were there, and name was given to this alliance, Triple Alliance. And on the other hand, those who were enemy of these countries, they again made one kind of alliance that is known as a Triple Entity. And in this Triple Entity, countries were Britain, France and Russia. So sometimes question could be there, name the countries who were involved in Triple Entity or in Triple Alliance. So you have to write down the answer from here. Okay, now the French expression entente means understanding or alliance. Thus, Europe was divided into two major camps. One side was England, France, and Russia, and on the other side was Germany, Austria Hungary, and Italy and Turkey. And the suspicion, fear, rivalry, and enmity between the two camps was a major step towards World War One. So, because there was enmity between these two groups, they were enemies, so they were rivals. So this was the major reason behind this First World War, because now Europe was divided into two groups, and moreover these two groups were enemy. Then next is the imperialism. Imperialism is the race for colonies. There was a mad struggle among the European nations for new territories of Africa and Asia. So, the countries of Europe means mainly the developed countries of continent Europe. They were trying to increase number of colonies under them. So, where they were trying to make their colonies in the area of Africa and Asian continent in 19th century. Great Britain established many colonies in Africa, followed by France. So on first number, Great Britain was there, who was having maximum colonies in Africa. Then second was France, then Spain. They had occupied most of the regions of Africa. The colonies were important for European colonial power in order to increase their supremacy and wealth. So why they just wanted to conquer more and more land portion, why they wanted to establish more and more colonies, just to increase the wealth so that they can prove their supremacy. Colonies provided raw material for their industries and markets for their finished products. As in these developed countries, modernization was there. They were having developed machinery. So, with the help of that machinery, it was very easy for them to make the finished goods. And where they will sell that finished good, they need markets. That market they can get from colonies, and for the industries they need raw material, and also raw material they can get from these colonies. So this was another reason why they started to increase their colonies, increase the imperialism. When Germany entered the race for establishing colonies, Britain and France made a secret agreement in 1904. So earlier, Britain, France, they were the main who were having number of colonies. Now the next person, the next nation, Germany. When Germany entered in the race of this establishment of colonies, then Britain and France they made one secret agreement against the Germany. And according to this agreement, Britain was to have political control over Egypt, and France was to take over Morocco. So according to this, now Britain will start to control Egyptian areas and France of Morocco. But the French claim over Morocco was opposed by Germany. But here this Germany was against this. The German emperor proclaimed that he would uphold the independence of Morocco and her sultan. So Germans were there to help Morocco and her sultan so that they can be independent. And he said all the nations should have equal opportunities to trade with that country. Germany tried to force her opinion on France by sending a gunboat Panther. So that gunboat is known as a name Panther because Germany wanted to free this area, and according to Germany all are free to to establish trade relationship with each and every country or any country. So just because of this reason he started or he tried to force her opinion, and so that he sent her gunboat, that is Panther. Then so the war between these nations seemed imminent, means very soon it was possible that very soon war will be there between these nations. But it was averted partly owing to American mediation. So America was there who um, worked as a mediator. Just because of this reason, that war that was seemed that very soon it will happen, it delayed. Then is Balkan Wars. Again, under syllabus, this is not mentioned. Still, we should go through this. Balkan Wars. So, Balkan countries already we have done: Serbia, Bulgaria, Montenegro, Greece. So, these were the Balkan countries, and they started war against the Turks. In this war, Turkey lost most of her possessions in Europe, and the Second Balkan War in 1913, Serbia and Greece, supported by Russia, defeated Bulgaria and ally of Austria. So, Austria decided to put an end to Serbian power, and Kaiser confirmed Germany's willingness to support any action taken against Serbia. So, from here we can get when few countries were there who were having same motives, then other countries were having something opposite to that, so they started to fight with each other. So this was the another reason for this First World War. Then is no effective international organization. This is again not there in syllabus, in reduced syllabus. So what is under this? Under this is during this time period no effective international organization was there who can put a check to the increasing powers of these countries, or who can do something to stop this type of warfare. So just because of this reason, the lack of effective international organization, this war was happened in the history. Then seventh point is Sarajevo crisis, and this is also known as immediate cause for this First World War. So if question is there, what was the immediate cause, or explain the immediate cause, so then your answer will be from here. The people of Bosnia, which was annexed by Austria in 1908, it means Bosnia was annexed by Austria, were Serbians. So the people of Bosnia, they were Serbians by ancestry, means it means their ancestors were Serbians. So by this they were Serbians, and they wanted a union with other Slavic states. Just because of this reason, they wanted to some kind of relation or union with the other Slavic states, and they fought against the Austro-Hungarian government because they were trying to annex this particular area. Then on 28th June 1914, the Archduke Francis Ferdinand, the crown prince, so he was the crown prince of Austria, and his wife were assassinated at Sarajevo, that was the capital city of Bosnia. So he was crown prince of Austria. He and his wife, they both were killed at the place of Sarajevo, and that was the capital city of Bosnia. And the assassin Gavrilo Princip was 19-year-old Bosnian. So who did that act? Who killed them? He was a 19-year-old Bosnian boy and the first student revolutionary to change the course of the history of Europe. And even he was the first revolutionary student who put this change in the course of history in Europe. So this was the main reason why they started First World War, or why they involved in this World War. And now here they are going to explain the reason. Now, Princip was an Austrian subject. The assassination had been planned in Serbia by a secret society of patriotic terrorists called Black Hand. So these terrorists, they were called Black Hand, those who create or those who planned this assassination, means those who planned to kill this prince, and they wanted to achieve the union of all South slave under Serbia. So why they did that? Because they wanted to unite all the parts which were under Serbia, and Serbia was blamed for, just because of this reason, Serbia was blamed for Archduke's assassination, and Austria presumed that Princip and fellow conspirators had received their guns and bombs in the Serbian capital with the help of Serbian officials. So now Austria, they imagine, or they just judge that in this murder all the helps were provided by Serbians, and just because of this reason they were against Serbia now, and Austria sent a stiff ultimatum. So they just send ultimatum, it means a very difficult ultimatum to Serbia for apprehending the criminal and handing them over to Australian government. So they just told them, means told to Serbian government, just to catch that particular criminals who murdered their prince, and to hand over them to Austrian government. And she sought a ban on all anti-Austrian publications, means all the newspapers or magazines that were publishing against Austria. They just wanted to stop that type of publications. Anti-Austrian schools also, and anti-Austrian meetings also. And they were also required to take steps to suppress all revolutionary movements against the territorial integrity of Austrian government. It means their demands were many, and the Serbian government refused to accept some of the demands of the ultimatum on the ground that they involved violation of its sovereignty, that is, its authority to govern itself, because all the demands were against the dignity of Serbia, because they were challenging Serbian government to do the things according to them only. So it means this challenge was a kind of insult for the Serbian. So they refused, means the Serbian government refused to accept some of these demands. So when they were not ready to accept the demands, it means there was a condition of warfare or condition of enmity between these two. And Austria and Serbian, these two nations were standing against each other. This was really immediate cause for this First World War. So with this, causes of this First World War is over. In this video we will discuss up to this only. Just go through this video, watch this video properly. If any doubt is there, you can message me, so that in my next video I can include the parts, the topics where you people are having some kind of confusions. So in our next video we will discuss the results of this war, and the main is the Treaty of Versailles. So till the time, goodbye.